everyone, my name is Hillary Brown and I am with Intermountain Healthcare's TOSH Pilates program, where we're committed to helping you live the healthiest lives possible. You can't come to us, so we're coming to you. To get most out of your workout today and in any of our videos, please visit our website toshpilates.org/Pilates. That's toshutah.org/Pilates, where you'll find a series of videos based off of the basic principles that we use in our workouts, and it will get you all caught up to speed if there's anything that you hear that is unfamiliar to you. Okay, with that being said, let's get going. We're going to do some hip work today, hips in a hurry. So I like to start with standing footwork. So you can use a chair, I have it here, and it's really good if you're working on balance. I always say that there's 3 positions of your hand. There's the death grip, there's 2 fingers, or there's balance. So the ultimate goal is balance, right? But this can be a little bit challenging when you're working on that. So start with just nice and tall, heels together, toes apart. This is from the classical mat work. So we're going to start by inhaling, lifting your heels up towards the ceiling. Keep them together. Bend your knees over your toes, lower your heels down, and straighten the legs. Okay, I like to imagine holding 3 $100 bills. 1 between my heels, 1 between my knees, and then 1 between my thighs. Okay, and then bend your knees, keep your heels together and lifted, and lower the heels. Again, your chair is here if you need it. Inhale, lift, bend the knees, pull your belly in, lower the heels, and straighten. So inhale lifts you up, bend the knees, lower the heels, and straighten. 1 more. Inhale, lift, bend the knees, lower the heels, and straighten. Reverse. So you bend your knees go over the toes. Okay, you want your tailbone drop towards the floor. All right, so the tendency is to kind of stick it out to the back. Lift your heels, keep them together, straighten the legs, squeeze your $100 bill. Okay, so bend your knees, keep your back like you're sliding down an invisible wall behind you. Lift your heels, keep them together, straighten the legs, lower. 3 more. Inhale, bends, lift your heels, straighten the legs, and lower. Bend the knees, lift the heels, straighten the legs, and lower. So now all you're going to do is lift your heels and take them parallel. I'll show you one more time. So heels are together, you'll lift them up, and then you should be lined up to do it again. So you inhale, lift your heels, slide down the wall behind you with heels lifted, lower the heels, and straighten. So again, this is called footwork, right? So you're working through the feet, just like we do on the reformer. Inhale, lift, bend your knees, lower the heels, and straighten. 1 more. Inhale, lift, bend the knees, lower the heels, and straighten. Good. This is a good opportunity to watch your tracking lines. So hips line up with your knees, shins, ankles, and 3rd and 2nd toes. So now we're going to reverse. So bend your knees, lift your heels, keep your heels there in space as you straighten your legs. Lower down. Bend the knees, lift the heels, straighten the legs, lower down. 2 more. Bend the knees, lift the heels, straighten the legs, lower down. Bend the knees, lift the heels, straighten the legs, lower down. I don't remember if we reversed, so we're going to do it again. You're going to lift your heels up and bend your knees over. I think we did. Let's just do 3 more for fun. Inhale, lift, bend your knees, lower your heels, straighten. Last one. Lift the heels, knees over the toes, bend the knees, and straighten. Nice work. Okay, so now let's go into some standing hip work. What I'd like you to do is you're just going to mirror me. So I'm going to shift my weight onto my standing leg that is closest to the chair. If you are choosing not to use a chair, that is totally fine. Okay, we're just going to sweep your leg to the front and then come back to center. Now the goal is to try to not place your weight back onto that hovering leg. Okay, so keep your weight up out of this hip. I call it sexy hip when you're here, right? And so we want a neutral hip, okay? And then we'll do 5 more. Good, inhale, sweep the leg forward, exhale in. So it doesn't need to be a big motion, okay? We're working on a lot of balance, and already I'm starting to feel my standing leg hip. All right, now take your leg open to the side, and then what I'd like you to do, you're gonna feel a little bit pigeon-toed. All right, so this is what just naturally happens. You come into rotation, okay? So I want you to keep your toes pointing straight forward. Okay, 3 more. And 2. And 3. Good. Now let's take it into circles, just front, side, center. Front, side, center. Front, side, center. Always testing your balance. Okay, good. And then reverse. Side, front, center. Side, front, center. Whew, this is hard. Bellies are in. You're breathing. 2 more. Last one. Good, and rest. All right, for this next one, I'm gonna face the chair. You don't necessarily have to. All right, so transfer your weight onto that same standing leg, right? And then when you take it to the back, I want you to do what I call a toe dig. So you're gonna plant your toes into the ground, and then you give a little bit of an extra curl or forwardness of the hips to really get into what I call your thigh, which is where your bum meets your thigh, okay? So when we take our hip into the open position, it's called extension, and we want your glutes to work, okay? I call it your butt volume. So the loudest would be a 3, and 1 would be just on, and I want it to be about a 1.5 when you do your toe dig. So it's not a complete clench of the butt, okay? It's just a riding of the pelvis when your hip goes into extension. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Okay, now try the same. I want it to come from here, and then you are not going to do your toe dig, but I want you to have that same sensation. So my standing leg hip is really talking to me. Good, last one. Coming down and resting. Okay, so next, what I'd like you to do is we're going to take that foot to the back, do your toe dig to right your pelvis, and then go into what we call Drinky Bird. This is from Eva Kaufman. So you're going to keep lifting the leg from the thigh as you pitch your body forward. Okay, obviously, well not obviously, but it's more challenging without the chair. Okay, so do your toe dig, right the pelvis, keep the thigh on, the leg lifts from the thigh up behind you, and then you, Drinky Bird, you know those birds that go to the water and come back? That's what, yeah, didn't know if I needed to explain that, but toe to the back, lift the leg from the hip, the back of the hip, keep your hips square. Good, 1 more, okay, toe dig, lift the leg from the back of the hip, and then coming back down. Woo, that is hard. Okay, so I'm just gonna move the chair so I can still face you. Other side. So we started with your leg sweeps to the front. All right, so whatever leg, shift your weight closest to the chair or the other side, okay, if you're not using a chair. All right, so standing hip, your butt volume should be here, like it's on, not quite a 1, okay, but it's not clenched, right? The whole butt isn't coming to the party, all right? So 3 more, inhale, just keep breathing, and exhale. Good. Last one. All right, now we go to the side. So leg opens to the side and closes. All right, keep your toes a little bit turned in. All right, so you may feel pigeon-toed. Think about leading with the heel, okay? And then always check in with the hips. Make sure that it's not sexy hip on that standing leg. Okay, 3 more. 3. How you doing? 2. And 1. Okay, now into your circles. So front, side, center. Try and keep your toes straight forward so they don't open to the side. Okay, it'll just work your stabilizers a little bit more. Good. And we want that to help support our major, bigger muscles. Good. 2 more. 2 and 1. Woo! Okay, shake it out. All right, so toe dig and a drinky bird. Again, you don't need your chair. You always test your balance. So foot comes behind you, dig your toe into the earth, and then press your hip bones forward to activate your thigh. Okay, leg comes in, toe dig to the back. It's just taking the opportunity to make sure that your pelvis is in the right position. When I'm taking my hip into extension, what tends to happen is my low back moves. So I get to take the opportunity to really correct and right my pelvis to help support my spine, okay, when I walk. 1 more. Toe dig. Now we'll go into your drinky bird. So lift the leg from the thigh, not from the low back. Okay, a little different on this side. And then coming back in. 3 more. Toe dig, the thigh, butt volume out of 1, and then it gets louder as you pick your leg up. 2, 3 maybe. Coming back in. 2 more. Toe dig, lift the leg, coming back down. Last one. Toe dig, pelvis rights. The thigh lifts the leg, keeping the hips square. Nice work. Okay, if you have your chair, we're gonna just do a quick figure 4. So cross your left ankle over your right knee. You can hold onto your chair, or you can do this standing or sitting on your mat or on the chair. Good. Coming up. And other side. Good. Coming up. I'm just going to move the chair out of the way. And we'll come onto our mats. Okay, hands out in front. Bring one leg back behind you. You'll come down on one knee, then the other, sitting down onto your hip, and then rolling back. So we're gonna roll down. All right, just one roll down onto your back. Okay, all the way down. Good, keep your knees bent. All right, so when we talk about the hips, it's not just the outer hip. You have the back of the hip and the front of the hip and your belly, right, your core. So your hips are part of your core, in my opinion. All right, so what I want you to do is, we're gonna go into a bridge series pretty quickly here. So take your imprint on an exhale. I'd like you to think about your hip bones coming towards your bottom rib bones. So exhale, curl your tail, so your low back connects to the mat, and then you'll keep doing that as you float your hips up towards the ceiling. Inhale, pause at the top. Exhale, float your spine back down, and let your hips rest. All right, so starting now, I'd like you to think about crossing your sit bones as well as doing your imprint. So exhale, you're going to cross your sit bones so your butt volume is turning on. It's getting louder, louder, louder. So at the top, maybe you're at a 3. Inhale, pause. Exhale, rolling back down. Inhale, just a couple more here. Exhale, curl your tail. All right, at the top, butt volume's at a 3. Okay, and then exhale, rolling back down. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can bring your arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, curl your tail, roll all the way up. Good. All right, now lower your hips an inch and then curl them up. Lower them down, lift them up. So I'm not lowering my back, it's just my pelvis that's moving. Okay, so think of dials on the outsides of your hips. And you're just unwinding and then winding and tightening. Unwinding and tightening. Good. And then little pulses up towards the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, tighten. Exhale, roll all the way down. Good. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, curl your tail, cross your sit bones, roll through your imprint to lift your hips. Okay, now right hip goes up, up, up. Squeeze your right glute. Butt volume's at a 3 on the right side. For 3, 2, 1. Left side. Pulse, pulse, pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now both hips up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, pause. Exhale, roll down one bone at a time. And rest. Sway your knees side to side. You can hug your knees into your chest, sway side to side. And now we will come into our little sideline series. So flip onto your side. Okay. Line yourself up with the back edge of your mat. You can have your head in your hand, or you can be down on your arm. Okay. Legs, we're going to start with some clams. So think about a 90-degree angle, like a side tabletop. Whenever you're on your side, you want to think about lifting that side waist up off of your mat like there's a little mouse house, right? You don't want to squish it, okay? So ribs are in, belly's in, and then keep your hips stacked like building blocks, all right? So you're going to lift your top knee and lower it down. So the tendency here is as you lift your knee, you want to get it really high so that hip rocks back. So what I like to do is take the heel of my hand, place it on the front of my hip crest, and as I lift that knee, I press the hip forward into my hand to make sure that it's not rocking back. Good. About 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now we go into my combo. So you lift your knee, lift your foot, lower the knee, lower the foot. Lift the knee, lift the foot, lower the knee, lower the foot. So we're taking the leg to external and then internal. Really good for your hip joint. Up, foot, knee. 1 more. Knee, foot, knee. Reverse. So you lift your foot, then your knee, lower the foot, lower the knee. Lift the foot, knee, foot, knee. 4 more. Foot, knee, foot, knee. 3, and 2, and 1. Good. All right, now straighten your legs out. All right. Legs will be towards the front corner of your mat. I call it a banana position. All right. So my side waist is still nice and lifted. Flex your feet, lift the top leg hip height, and you'll inhale, sweep your leg to the front. Point and press to the back. So here's your toe dig moment. Okay, so when your leg comes to the back, it's really easy to go into the extension of your low back. So make sure it's happening from your thigh. Okay, flex your foot forward and then point, press it back. Inhale, foot flexes forward. Exhale, point, press it back. So try and keep that leg in line with your hip. All right, your leg is heavy. So this is where we're building strength in the hip, okay, to help us against the necessary load of gravity when we're standing. Good. Last one. Bring your foot to external rotation. Feet come externally rotated, heels together, toes apart. Okay, and you're going to do little circles. Click your heel. 8, 7. Really touch the heel. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, big kicks up, and then flex your point down. Point your foot up, flex your foot down. It's an inhale up, exhale lower. 2 more. Inhale lift, exhale lower. Last one. Inhale lift, exhale lower. Okay, I call this hot potato or rainbow. So you take your heel to the front of the mat, internally rotate so your toe touches the back. Inhale, heel. Now keep in mind, You're in that open position, so we want that butt thigh working. Really tricky here. Good for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Nice job. Okay, rest your feet, bend your top leg so your foot is on the mat. Bring your bottom leg down so it's straight below you. Okay, if this is not obtainable, you can use a yoga strap to hold your ankle. Okay, so lift your bottom foot so it hovers off of the mat slightly. And then you'll lift it up even higher, lower down. Lift it up, lower down. Okay, so like I was talking about before, your hips are just not the outsides of your hips. Your inner thighs are definitely part of your hip structure. Really important for balance and stability to help support your spine. Okay, good. So working your inner thigh here if you're not feeling it already. I kind of am. Okay, and then lift it up, little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to do circles. Down, up, down, accent up, down, get up higher, down, up, 2 more, down, up, reverse, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, 3 more, 3, 2, 1, hold it here, lift a little higher, woo, I'm shaking, lift a little more, lift a little higher, 8 more pulses, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nicely done. Hopefully I can remember all of that for the other side. Okay, so you can either just flip over. So we're starting with our clams, right? So nice long side waist, hips are stacked, right? Legs in a 90-degree position with the ankles and the hips. All right, so I like my top hand here on this hip. So as I lift the top knee, I press that hip forward to keep it rocking backwards. Good, keep your mouse house, which I've kind of been calling a mouse mansion lately because you just want that lift and length on that mat side waist. Good, 5 more. 5 and 4, it's so different side to side. 3 and 2 and 1. Combo, so lift your knee, lift the foot, lower the knee, lower the foot. Knee, foot, knee, foot, knee, foot, knee, foot. Woo! So you'll probably feel this side a lot faster because it was working to stabilize you on the other side. So I love anything sideline series because it's like getting double bang for your buck. And it's just so good for all of us. All of your hips are your balance muscles. Keeps you from falling. We're all going to fall, we just fall better with doing Pilates. Good, reverse. Lift the foot, lift the knee, lower the foot, lower the knee. Lift the foot, lift the knee, lower the foot, lower the knee. A few more. Foot, knee, foot, knee, foot, knee, foot. Last one. Foot, knee, foot, and knee. Woo. All right. Into your straight leg. So again, find that banana position. Okay. Lift your right hip, right foot hip height. Make sure that those side waists are nice and long. And then you inhale, sweep the leg forward. Exhale, point the thigh, toe dig moment. Exhale, back. Inhale, sweep the leg forward. Exhale, press it back. Always working to keep the leg in line with the hip. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, forward. Press it back. 2 more. So I'm bringing my leg back behind me by turning on my butt volume, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Good. I think 1 more for fun. Good. And then come to your external rotation, little heel click circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, butt volume's on. 5, 6, 7, 8, reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Big kicks, up and down, up and down. So it's a point and flex, point and flex. 2 more, point and flex, point and flex. Hot potato, heel to the front, toe to the back, heel to the front, toe to the back. And 5, and 4, all the while keeping those hips quiet and still. Really hard for me on this side. Lost count already. 1 more. And rest. Okay, so then we went into, oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Woo, that feels good. That little stretch. So bring your leg back in line with you, so it's straight and with your body. Flex your foot, hover it off of the mat. This is your home position. All right, we don't ever lower down below it. So go ahead and exhale, lift your leg up. So think about where your pubic bone is. That is the base, the bottom of that is what's lifting your leg up, okay? So it's your hip adductors. Really important for stabilization. Good. 5 more. 5. Use your exhale to lift the leg. 3, 2, and 1. Circles. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 4 more. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Lift a little higher. Ooh, I'm shaking. Lift a little higher. And a little higher. Little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nicely done. Come onto your back. Okay. We'll just do a quick little figure 4 stretch here, as promised. All right, so cross your right ankle over your left knee. You'll reach your right hand through your thighs. Grab onto the back of your left thigh or your left shin. Okay, once you find your stretch, lay your spine flat. If this is not obtainable, you can use a yoga strap around. Okay, or you can do this seated on your chair. And then rock side to side. I like to do some ankle movements here. Okay. Place your foot onto the floor, left foot onto the floor. You're going to stack your right thigh on top of your left. Arms are going to come to a T. You let your knees float towards the left, so towards whatever foot is on the floor. And then you twist and look to the opposite side. Ooh, that feels so good. Take a nice big breath, inhale, and exhale. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, use your obliques. Hips move first to move the legs. And then go ahead and switch sides. So left ankle crosses over the right knee. Bring your hands through, grab onto either of the back of the right thigh or the right shin. Okay, you can sway side to side. Do your ankle movements. Reversing. Good. Right foot comes down to the floor. Stack your left thigh on top of your right, arms open to the sides. Twist, let your knees float to the right. Twist and look towards the left. Let that whole side body just relax. Take 2 big breaths, inhale. And exhaling. 1 more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale, use your obliques. So come back to center, bring your knees into your chest. You can roll up, and you're all done. Thanks for hanging out with me. See you next time. Questions or comments, email toshpilates@imail.org. Thank you.